What's up, guys? We are back. Fitness Profit Multiplier, Anthony and Jimmy. Today, we're going to be discussing the top 3 must-haves for a thriving gym business. We know what you want: a big business, a big, meaty business that does well. You want to be known in your town, in your area, as the best personal trainer. You want everyone to say, you got to go see Anthony at AB Fitness. You got to go see Jimmy at Progressive Performance. That's who you want to be. And in order for you to have that, there are 3 major things that we're going to cover today in order to get your gym to that thriving level. So number 1 is going to be onboarding. And what does that mean? Well, there's 2 types of onboarding. There's onboarding for clients and onboarding for staff, okay? So number 1, we'll talk about the client experience first. First and foremost, the lifeline of your business is your clients. Obviously, if you have clients in your gym's going to be doing well, you're going to be making money. So the key is making sure that your clients stay long-term. How do we get your clients to stay long-term? We got to be focusing on what happens in their first week and their first month, their first 2 months, first 3 months. Their onboarding process is going to be very, very important to the growth of your gym business and to have a thriving gym business. So you need to have good onboarding skills. So let's say you sign somebody up. What does that pass-off look like for Mrs. Jones when she goes from seeing you in the sales seat to now your trainer, Bob? How does that pass-off look? Are you just throwing them in there and good luck? Are you kind of hand-holding them into that process? What's their, do they have to download a scheduling app? Do they have to, how do they check into the facility? How do they get in? Where do they go? All these questions need to be answered in the onboarding of a client. A good onboarding will keep people in longer because if people feel comfortable right off the bat, they're going to stay.
100%. The onboarding process is extremely important for new clients. The biggest problem that we see with gym owners that we work with is that their retention rates are affected by the first 3 months in which somebody is in their facility. If you can make it past the 3-month mark with a client, the likelihood of them staying for your full lifetime value is very high. So we're talking 12 to 20 months if you can get them past 3 months time. Okay. Now, this is barring any extenuating circumstances where somebody may be moving or have a catastrophic injury or a family issue. You can't control those things, but you can control the experience and the value to money ratio that you're giving that client or that is in that client's perception. So what does a good onboarding sequence look like for a new client coming into your facility to get them to stay past that 3-month mark? Well, it starts with the first meeting, the first workout, and the first 2 weeks of them in your facility. Because within that 14-day time period, somebody decides whether they're going to work with you long-term or not work with you again. Now, most of that decision is made in meeting 1 and workout 1. So those are the most important interactions with that client, with that prospect. We do all of our onboarding meetings and our sales meetings in our actual facility. Some of you guys may be doing it online. That's okay. We can use these strategies with each side. So when you're looking at your onboarding strategy for a new client, you get them into the facility. Within 5 seconds of them walking in the door, somebody is greeting them immediately. And this happens for all your clients across your whole gym. But this first interaction is extremely important for that new client walking into your facility for the first time. They're nervous, they don't know anybody, this or that, right? So you walk up to them, you greet them. If it's on Zoom, you put a smile on your face and you're really happy and excited to have them on the call, okay? So let's say they came in your facility, you give them the required paperwork, you instruct them as to how to do it, you ask them if they want some water or anything like that. You are the concierge to their awesome experience. So we walk them through that process. We get them in the meeting, we do our sale, then we get them through our orientation. Once we get them through our orientation, as you're walking them through the gym, you introduce them to members. You introduce them to the staff that's going to be training them. You have them smile, wave, say hi, how's it going? This may even improve your sales process because one of your clients may say something like, you have to come here. This is the best place ever. Introduce them to your long-term clients. This happens so often in our facility where I see my head sales, my head of sales is going out into the facility, walking somebody through an orientation. They see Deb or they see Diane, and Diane goes, this is the best decision I ever made. You have to sign up. I'm so excited to see you in a workout. So that helps with the sales process, not only helping with the sales process, but helps with the conviction that that member has that this is the place for them. So once we get them through that process, we get them into their first workout, we sell them, we get them into their first workout. Their first workout is something where they know and they expect everything that happens. So you explain to them what's going to happen in their first workout. In your first workout, Mrs. Jones, you're going to meet with Bobby. Bobby is your coach for this evening session if you're coming in the evenings, and Billy is your coach in the morning. So whatever sessions you come in for, this is who you're looking for. And he's right here coaching right now. This is Bobby out here. Bobby's great. He works with people your age, this, that, and the other. And then when you pass that client off to that trainer treats that new client with white glove service. It's valuable for your staff to treat new clients with white glove service and maybe not coach the veterans as much for those first couple workouts. And that's okay. They're not going to leave because they didn't get expert coaching every single time. You still want to give them a good experience, but they understand that new clients need a little bit of preferential treatment to understand your system and understand how you do things. So you white glove it for them, you walk them through the whole process, and you make sure that their first experience is just blows them out of the water when they're leaving the facility. Great work today. I really like how you did this. Next time we're going to work on that. When are you coming in next? Oh, I'm coming in at this time. Oh, your coach will be this person, and I'll fill them in on everything that we worked on today. It's seamless, it's beautiful, and people love it.
Excellent point, man. Really, really good point. I'm going to shift gears here now because we talked about onboarding for clients, but there's another onboarding that you probably not think of that's very, very important to having a thriving gym business, and that is your staff. Staff onboarding is so important. You can't hire somebody and throw them into the sessions and say, okay, you know what to do. You have alphabet soup after your name. You know what to do. That is incorrect. That is not the way to do it. Same way we take the time to onboard clients, same way we take the time to onboard trainers. And you want the trainers to have a level of buy-in, right? You introduce the trainers to new people. You introduce the trainers to each other. You know, it's very, very important to do that. But you should also have a curriculum for your training system. So let's say, for example, I hired Jimmy to come to my house and make my bed every day. That was his job. I hired him to do that. And I'm paying him millions of dollars a year to do that, right? So Jimmy comes to my house and I get up the first day. I say, good luck, man. You know what to do. It's your job. So Jimmy makes the bed to the best of his ability. Puts the little pillow there. Maybe he puts a mint or two on it. And he's really proud of his work. He says, yeah, you know what? I'm the bed best maker ever. This is awesome. He's going to love this. I walk in. I'm furious. I'm like, this is not made. It looks sloppy. That is the wrong way to go about it. So the right way to do it is, hey, Jimmy, I know you're this expert in making the bed, but I'm going to show you exactly what I want you to do. So you're going to pull this cover 6 inches behind the pillow, up to the pillow. You're going to put one mint on the bed, right on in the middle, 6 inches away on this one pillow. So now the next morning I get up, I say, okay, Jimmy, watch me do this. And I show him how I measure. I show him where I put the mint. This is how it should be done. Next morning I get up. All right, Jimmy, let me watch you do it. So Jimmy starts, takes the covers, and I show him, okay, that's like 5 inches. So we move it around and show him the right way. Day 4, get up. All right, Jimmy, you do it. And Jimmy does it on his own, and I tell him, good job. By day 6 and day 7, I don't have to worry about it because it's done. That's what proper onboarding is. So that's what you need to be doing with your trainers, because your service needs to be as predictable as possible. And if you're sitting here saying, I'm the best trainer in my gym, 1, you are wrong. And 2, that is a pigeonhole in your business. You are literally holding back your business. Let's just say, for example, you are the best trainer in your gym, right? What is everybody going to want to do? They're going to want to train with you. Let's say you deliver a session at a 10. It's a level 10. It's the best session ever. And let's say your staff delivers the sessions at like an 8, right? So it's not quite up to your level, but it's not bad either. I'd rather have an 8 every day of the week consistently than have a 10 when I'm there and an 8 when I'm not there. So you want consistency in your business. And you have to think about this whole process when you onboard trainers to the system that you're going to coach them to have. I kind of went down a rabbit hole here, but you guys got to get the idea. You got to have good onboarding with your staff and show them the system that you have built in your gym. So this way they can execute on it to the best of their ability. Jimmy, I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
Well, I'll just summarize it. So in a nutshell, right? You guys are all thinking about going back to sleep now because we're staying at a hotel because that bed sounds nice. But in a nutshell, what Anthony is saying is, it's watch me, I do, watch you, you do, right? That's how we're going to get through it. And the additions to that statement are, there needs to be a process and a system around that they can follow, so that when you're not there, they can go back to the protocol and make sure they're doing it properly. On the flip side, the me watch you do is a longer section of time than you may think. It's not as simple as them watching you do it and then you watching them do it and being like, okay, we're good. You got to watch them do it regularly. There's regular check-ins and quality assurance check-ins that your manager needs to continue to do in your business over time to make sure that things are quality. And there's times in which you need to fix some things and change some things within that process. You don't have to be the one that they watch either. Your staff, your other staff should be the ones that they watch because they watched you and you taught them. So over time, your new employees get trained by your current staff. So they're following this same process. And as long as you have it all written down and formatted and in a process and a system, then you can keep people accountable to the specs of the bed that you're trying to make, which is your gym.
All right, next, let's shift gears here. Thriving gym business. What do you gym owners need for your personal training studio to just explode? The second thing is great service. Now, everybody thinks they have a great service. I think I have the best service. Jimmy thinks he has the best service, but we all wrong. We all suck. And you have to assume that we all suck, right? Why am I saying that? Because if you assume it sucks, you're going to look at your business from a different light all the time and say, what can I do to improve this service? Maybe you ask your members, hey, Mary, what keeps you here? What keeps you coming back? You go to your best clients and ask that question. Or you go to the clients that leave and say, hey, why are you leaving? Hey, what about this service needs to be changed? You're not going to hurt my feelings. Tell me. You'd be surprised at the feedback that you get, because we are not the best, despite what we all think. We're not. And truth of the matter is, in fitness, our competition is everything. We got home equipment that we're competing with. We got franchises that we're competing with. We got the big box gyms that we're competing with. We got the personal trainer down the block that we're competing with. Heck, we got all these different diets that we're competing with. So we're at a lose-lose. You constantly have to be looking for ways to make your service better. And the best way to figure that out is to kind of sit down and ask your best members. And I kind of got this idea yesterday. You know, one of our really good clients, this woman's been with us for like 5 years, and she's like such a pleasure to train. You guys know that person that's in your gym that's like, damn, they kill it every time they come in. They're great. You know, they're never a headache. They never bother anybody. They don't whine and complain. And I got this idea yesterday. I'm like, you know, and I was talking to her and I said, you know, Tara, her name is Tara. I said, you know, Tara, if I had a gym of you, my life would be so easy. And we kind of made a joke about it. And I said, you know, your husband's a lucky guy. And, you know, we were laughing about it. And she's like, I know, I tell him all the time. So it's just really like funny, like play. But then I was thinking about it later on. I'm like, you know, why don't I show her? Because I'm really close with this client. Like I happen to like, you know, really like her and we're friendly. And, you know, we talk like, not like we don't hang out, but like I'm close to this client. Like we're you know, close. So I'm thinking, I'm like, why don't I just show her all my ad copy? You know, if I'm ever confused or stumble upon something, hey, Tara, can you look at the website? Tell me if you read this, would you sign up here? See what she says, see what feedback she gives me so I can attract more of that ideal client. Tara, what do you think in the service that I can improve here? You know, once you have those clients that are really good, you can get them for a lot of information. Hey, Tara, I'm thinking about using this as an ad image. What do you think? That information is valuable. Ideally, you would want to get this information from the people who are leaving, but most of the time, the people that are leaving don't want to hurt your feelings and they're not going to tell you the truth. Because most of the time when they leave, what do they tell you? Oh, money. Oh, the kid's schedule. They lie to you. Meanwhile, they hate it. They think the gym is dirty or they don't like your trainer. They're never going to tell you that. So what about you, Jimmy? What do you do to improve the service on a daily basis?
Well, Anthony hit the nail on the head. Every day that you go into your facility, every day that your staff goes into your facility, you are on the chopping block to lose every client that you have. And this is not saying anything to scare you or to make you have anxiety over the entrepreneurial journey or anything like that. But you have to treat it as if you are on the chopping block every single day. And you have to give that person the best experience possible every single day. And your staff has to know that that's the way that it is at your facility. Every day you're striving to give that person a wow moment, to give that person the best experience possible. So that's why when we say you suck, your gym sucks, it's not telling you your gym sucks. Most of you listening to this podcast probably have pretty great gyms because you're actually reinvesting in yourself and learning. So right now you probably have a great gym or great, promise to have a great gym one day. But assuming that you're not good, assuming that you're not as good as your competitors, assuming that you haven't figured it all out yet, just engenders that consistent growth from you and from your staff to continually improve on what's already good, to make it better and better and better, so that you are actually striving for greatness every single day. So that's what we mean when we say you suck, right? You are on the chopping block every single day.
Yeah, and that's a great way to look at it. All right, number 3 is fostering community. We have a new trainer starting at the gym, and I was actually having a conversation with him yesterday, and I was explaining to him, I'm like, okay, you know how Starbucks is considered the third place? People have their house, people have their job, and then they have Starbucks. They want that to be the third place. Well, we want AB Fitness to be that third place for people. So you have to create a community when you're trying to do that. So there's certain things that we do to foster a sense of community. So Jimmy, I'm going to let you take 3, and I have one that I want to add to this, so you can go ahead.
Okay. So when we look at fostering community at your facility, there's a couple of different things that we want to do, right? And hopefully I don't steal Anthony's 4th one when I'm talking about these. But one thing that fosters community that a lot of people don't think about are short-term challenges at your gym. So these short-term, like fat loss challenges, things like this, a little bit of competition within the facility, you may think of them as a way to like generate more revenue in a short period of time, or a way to ascend certain clients. But it actually fosters a sense of community with your members because everybody's striving for that similar goal, and people that are in on the challenges together have a lot of fun, kind of like pushing each other harder and competing and doing more workouts, doing different workouts. It helps keep it exciting and keep people in the mix. So short-term challenges are great. Seasonal challenges are great to foster more community at your facility. The other thing that's really great to foster community at your facility are parties. So having things outside of the gym where you bring everybody together, whether you're going to, we do it at our clients' houses because they like to entertain some of our clients. So we'll have 3 parties a year. We have an anniversary party, a winter party, and a summer party. And those parties, you invite everybody, you either get it catered or you have it potluck, and everybody can come in and everybody comments about how, oh, I never see you in real clothes is what everybody says, right? Or I never see you in clothes. Everybody sees people in gym clothes. Everybody makes jokes about being naked and all this like funny stuff. My members all like make these jokes, right? And it's a fun time. You get a couple of drinks, you have a good time, and you foster more of a sense of community with that group of people that you're helping over time, okay? And then the other big one is charity workouts. Okay, charity workouts are a referral promo kind of play, but it also gives people that sense of good will toward your business because you're doing something for charity, right? You're collecting donations for a local pet drive. You're collecting donations for a food drive, or for those people that are not as fortunate as we are, like the homeless or whatever it may be. So you're collecting donations or you're collecting money and you're donating those things out. Ones that we like are a local food bank, women's shelter, American Heart Association, and a local pet adoption center that is actually our neighbor that is right next to us in our town. So these are great things and great causes to benefit, but you have a big workout that's got loud music and it's really high energy, and you have one like every other month or so. And that fosters that community element because you get a ton of your members in one space at one time. There's certain members that never meet each other because they're at different times of the day, but they can meet people that they like, and maybe they switch their workout because they like somebody else, and friends keep people in the mix. So the number one reason why people stay at the gym, or excuse me, the number one reason why people leave a gym is because it's not clean. The number two reason why people leave a gym is because they don't have friends there. So we want to foster get these opportunities where we can foster relationships with our members and get them to become friends over time. And those are just a couple of ways to do that.
The fourth way that I want to add in here too is having a Facebook group. For us, having a Facebook group is really cool. You have to do a lot of work on your end, like the gym owner side of it. You should always be engaging people in there, putting up things. Like the other day, I put up like a question, and non-fitness related too. They love it. People go down crazy when you say these things. Like, hey, I'm looking for a show on Netflix. What are you guys watching? And I don't even watch TV. But just saying that, people start, yeah, I watched this show. This show's really good. You should watch this one, and blah, blah, blah. So every week, again, we have systems built around everything. So every week, there's different questions that we ask. Hey, what's your favorite restaurant in Long Island? Hey, I'm looking for good fish. Where are you going? Off-topic stuff, but people start talking. What's your favorite restaurant in the area for healthy food? These questions could be anything. Hey, my son wants to start Little League. Where do you guys do Little League? Random questions, but people chime in and they start commenting. You want to foster conversations to begin between all of them. And the way you do that is by getting them interested in something. So having a Facebook group for your members only is so, so important. So we have one for our members only, and then we have like a community one that just all the people in our local area, we try to get people to join that. But the Facebook group private for just our members, so important. We do a welcome. If you guys join the Fitness Profit Multiplier one, you'll see we do things in there too. So we have a welcome post. Every time someone joins, they get a welcome post. And other clients chime in, hey, you're in the right place, kind of what Jimmy was talking about earlier. It happens on a level that's not from me, so to say. Like, I didn't say it, other people are saying it. So I would say a Facebook group, having a good active one is really good. Not having one that's just there and it's just there. Putting up recipes, try this workout at home, things like that, that will foster them to communicate with each other. That's what you're looking for. But again, if you guys have any questions on any of this stuff, you guys know what to do. Hit that follow button, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.